this segment's only going to be about the news that has to do with YouTubers. Now, it's kind of confusing for some when you really think about it, but so there's YouTubers who are now famous, but there's also famous people who have YouTube channels. So to me, I kind of separated out people who got famous from their YouTube videos. Of course, you obviously have to use other segments, other avenues to get attention to your channel, but there are people who are mainly known for just YouTube videos, versus there's people who are actually already famous, like Rihanna has a YouTube channel. There's a couple different people that I feel like, even Jeffree Star, I would say he's a YouTuber because I feel like he definitely used his videos to launch his name out for his other products instead of the other way around. Some people already had their brands and everything started before they started their channel, so it's a little bit different. But I'm going to be doing a couple segments. So our first YouTuber that we're going to be talking about today would be, it's PewDiePie. So PewDiePie basically has a video talking about ending his subscribe to PewDiePie's campaign overall. This campaign was huge. They had parades. It looks like he was at rallies, the basketball games. It was really a competition that people really like to get into, and he's really talking about ending that totally, which for some people you may not care about that at all, but for a lot of people that is huge to them, that is ending, and it's something that really inspires them, I guess, to get more active into YouTube. He did say that the reasonings that he's ending it do have to go with vandalizing memorials and things like that. So people basically have taken this issue way too far overall. You'd have to watch the video a little bit more, and he goes into detail about how he feels about it and his reasonings on ending the channel as a whole. But that's pretty shocking to me, like, in some ways, that people would go that far with something that's fun. There's always someone who ruins it, and I think the fans agree too that there's everything that's fun, someone goes too far when it has to deal with attention and public media. But I'm going to read a little bit of what the fans had to say as well. You have a fan here that goes over. It says, YouTube's doing the right thing by putting this on trending. Well done. PewDiePie, if you're reading this, you're still the best and most epic YouTuber. See, don't feel let down, which I know this is probably kind of hard for him. You also have a lot of, it seems like most of the feedback was really encouraging, and people really aren't blaming him at all, which they shouldn't, for what's going on. You have more memes. His meme was so powerful, it couldn't even take meme review to kill it. You might have lost with sub counts, but you will always be the number one in all our hearts. You will always be a legend everyone remembers. Always said remembers, but this is, I'm guessing they remember. Which is, that's really nice. It looks like the fans are really positive influence. We don't have that many of them, and it's really sad that it feels like there is something that really tries to dead anything positive in media, as if someone just has so much to gain by negativity. We don't really need it anymore. There was a time where I feel like maybe life was getting a little bit boring. It was a nicer, funner time to where the drama, like when Bad Girls Club was coming out, and Real Worlds, and Jersey Shore, and we had just never seen the inside of people's lives and all the drama. We were attracted to it, and people went crazy for it, but we have TV shows for that. We are very fond watching Game of Thrones, Reign, anything that doesn't have to be that real. Like, we'll use our imaginations. Like, at this point, I think everyone is so sick of the negativity right now. So, I mean, you could post a puppy video and you might get 5 million views because it's just, like, might keep your sanity just a little bit more. But overall, definitely watch the YouTube video. It's really interesting to see what his feelings have been about this whole time, and that he never shared with anyone else. Jake, her new video is called Mukbang in Bed with Jake Paul. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Don't judge me. And Jake Paul does, he does a lot of videos. He's really big with the kids, surprisingly, which some people feel some type of way about that. I was really surprised that watching this video, the first thing that they came out is that they both feel really disliked, which I didn't actually know that. Feel free to put your opinions on that. I didn't know that they get so much hate for their channels. I always thought that the people going to them are just like that. That's their audience. I thought they had no problems with the way that they speak. But it's looking surprisingly, maybe not. Maybe people, they have that audience that likes to watch things they dislike. Never understood that. You comment all day, it's despicable while you're sitting there watching it. Like, why won't you watch something you do like? But overall, that's a really interesting video. I would watch it and get their kind of candid opinion about it. She goes over whether they're dating or not and all the rumors. They pretty much try to give you a little more insight into who they are. They look like they have some similarities and they have chemistry going on that kind of is really interesting to watch, honestly. I don't know if you know these people. I'm even been categorized as a person like that. But when you feel like everyone on the outside world doesn't like you and you link up with someone who feels like everyone on the outside world doesn't like you, and then it's just like magical for a little bit because you're like, yes, I've been saying, I'm not crazy. I feel like you get that kind of effect while watching it. So I definitely would check that out. Let's get some fan comments. Looks like they're saying, why am I finding Jake cute in this video? Okay guys, this single life is seriously damaging me. Help. Another fan says, OML, if he acted like this on his channel, I'd be subscribed. And which it looks like they got a different view from him. She obviously has different followers, so that might be part of it. Maybe he has mostly boy followers that just like to say horrible things. I know that's true on video games. Little boys, go to bed. All you do is cuss out everyone and say stupid stuff. I'm just saying, where's your mom? And then another fan says, can you please do my Rebound? What does that say? Rates my outfits featuring Jake Paul. Obviously, LOL, but I'm begging. Another fan says, I do not like Jake, but I find him likable in here. So, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the mixture of them two. Or maybe what they bring out in each other. But overall, it looks like they like Jake a little bit more on this channel. It says both blonde, both influenced, both controversial. I kind of like it. And then you have another fan saying, I died when Jake said Shane Dawson's sociopath kids, LMAO. So, that's kind of funny. You two together just became my strange addiction. So basically, people really like them together. I've noticed that he does the same type of topic and video with other YouTubers, so this is not something that they only do. But that's good, though, that they at least found someone that they both like. Our next video is, I love him so much. I don't know if everyone watches him, but you should. Like, go to his channel right now. What are you doing? Nothing important. And check him out because, I don't know, that he has a really good heart, and I feel that about him, and he's just so real. He's one of the realest YouTubers you could ever meet, and he's also a lover of food like me, so. Is that a heart? Sorry. Yeah. All day long. So he's talking about he gets his tonsils removed and he pretty much goes over that experience, how he's feeling about his day, which he does in the most funniest way I feel like anyone could ever describe. And it's the most relatable YouTuber that you'll probably ever meet as well. And so I would really, it's really interesting that it goes into clearing out his house and all the spirits, because I feel like that's a time and a topic that people probably should be talking about a lot right now, because we have this huge storm of negative energy that has really been like released in the atmosphere right now. So it's a time to get your incense, get your bells, get your Bibles. We're going to need it all. But I would definitely check that, check out his segment. It's hilarious. He's also eating some of my favorite foods. He has like applesauce and Jello, and then he's just like on ice. It's just so relatable if you've ever had any type of procedure done at all. So we have some of the fans that are really like pouring out love to him. And says a fan says, "My poor baby, get better fast, 'cause I know you hungry." He probably also has the most funniest fans, 'cause that's what happens too. And then someone else says, God slows you down when he's trying to get your attention. Prayers to you for peace and healing. And it's like, that's so sweet too. Another fan says, rest in vocal cords. We will wait. I'll wait months if I have to, praying for you. Then he has another fan says, when the Ursula took Ariel voice part, I hope you heal soon. I don't know, he's just such a good person, too. So I feel like it's really hard to see him like that. It's like, when you have that happy teacher or that happy person around you, if they're ever sad, it's like, what's going on? Like, something's wrong. And then we have another fan that says, Zoe, applesauce, ice water, Jello. Sounds like a regular college day food in. Right? Like, can we get some more college discounts in here? Like, we are struggling. We are struggling. Another fan says, got my tonsils removed when I was younger, and I would always wake up in the middle of the night, and my throat would be so dry, and it felt like not good. So I hope you get better, boo. I love you. And so overall, it's so nice to see when someone's down. That's what happens when you can really like perceive and put out there your attitude and your heart and how you really feel. Then you really can get that positivity back to you. He makes them feel like they really relate and know him, and he doesn't really judge people on his channel very much, which I think that's why he gets so much positivity back to him. But overall, I really hope you get well. I hope everything works out as well, so I'll be praying for you too. So much love there. And then we have another fan that says, you weren't wasting life doing nothing, you were healing. Cut yourself some slack and rest. And then we have one more fan saying, humming the tune when Ariel was giving her voice to Ursula, though. LOL, I'm done. So he spreads a lot of happiness, so I think the fans are really loving the chance to kind of give it back to him a little bit. Let's see. Oh, and our next YouTuber is someone that I would definitely go on a road trip with and let her pick out all the snacks, and she can pick all the music, and it would probably be great. And that's saying a lot. Happy Spirit. It is I was gonna say Gabbie, but Gabrielle. I'm pretty sure you all know who she is. I would imagine that there's no way you couldn't. She comes out with music. She really has that blog style channel, which I can relate to much because I just film whatever happens. Like, you try to stick to one thing, and then like you're just sitting there experiencing life and be like, I should spin this in a positive and film it. So, she has a segment, a video segment, whatever you want to call it, that she fakes going to Coachella, which I find hilarious. One, because I can never afford Coachella in the first place. Two, but I can video it. Three, I'm not going to do the video because people have done it enough, and there's also been a little rumor that hers is the best. If you could disagree with that, you can let me know and comment someone better. I didn't watch all of them, of course. Probably neither did you, but that is rumored that she did the best job with it. I will say it makes Coachella look fun, but at least just be more realistic. Like, I looked up how much Coachella actually costs, and it's in thousands of dollars by time at the end of the day. So unless you have some dire mission that you need that involves a celebrity, I don't see why you would pay that price to go to Coachella. But that's the only thing I can think of. If you like hanging out with celebrities, when else are you going to get the chance to do that? And when else are you going to have a chance to wear Cocoa Puffs with rainbow ponytails coming out of it with an ocean designed glued headband? Well, I don't know. But you get to wear what you want. Like, those two things, you can't replace it, that's for sure. I don't know where else you're going to do that, unless you're me, and then you do that when you go to Walmart to buy soap. But, let's go into the fan comments. One fan says, what? Oh my god, I legit thought you were there. Another says, she high-key looked so good in that blue wig, like, for real, though. She did look amazing in all her looks. I will give her that. I think that was the biggest part about her Coachella look, is that it looked like she actually put the time and the effort for her outfits, as most people do. Well, I wouldn't say most, but you're supposed to. We'll go into that later when you watch the reactions to Coachella photos. That's video coming up. Another fan says, I really love the fact that instead of... What does that say? Sorry. Okay, never mind. So another fan says, I really love the fact that instead of spending her time at a super expensive festival, she went and volunteered time to help a community. It's pretty beautiful. I didn't know that, so I'm glad that fan commented that, because if she said that in the video, it totally went past me. I didn't realize that that's what she did, which is definitely something to applaud, because that's a lot of money, like a lot of money for a festival. You could do a lot of stuff with that. And then another friend says, others at Coachella, Gabbie helping out Easter egg hunt for her children. Wow, yes, queen. That's really awesome. Really admire her dedication to community service. It doesn't get easy because people are not nice, I'll tell you that. And that really makes you not want to help them. And it really is hard to keep that perspective that those people do not represent everyone, and you can't treat people like the bad majority, because it just cycles, and then that's why we have mean people, and here I am back again, see? And then another fan comment says, I think this is amazing that you went to volunteer. I was raised there, and I'm happy to say I'm graduating from what does that say? UCI this June. Another fan says, I defended you against someone who said it was Photoshop. LMO, I'm embarrassed. Wade, just do it anyway. Yeah, defend her. She wouldn't lie. She did, but so what? That's what you do in your faves. You defend them to the death. Barbs, you would know about that. So, let's see. And our next person is someone that is one of my favorite beauty bloggers, Jeffree Star. And so he had his whole cosmetic, well, not his whole cosmetics, like his whole new concealer line stolen from his warehouses. So he goes into detail. I can't talk. I'm no surprise. He goes into detail about what happened. That he called the FBI, so he does have people working on it, but how devastating it is, and all the names and what they lost, and this is really actually shocking to me. I didn't even think that there was a lot of thieves willing to steal makeup, of all things. Like, I'm thinking, like, drugs, jewelry, alcohol, and, okay, concealer. That's cool. Like, I don't know if you're gonna get a rep for that. Like, I steal concealer. Or you're on the street, like, hey, you want some concealer? Like, I wouldn't buy that, and I buy a lot of things. Not a lot of things on the street. Don't get me wrong, I don't do drugs. Okay, but I have bought some passes, maybe some merch. In the past, anyway. So, let's go into fan comments. And let's see what everyone else thought about the video. Who watched it? Definitely go and watch it. One fan said, that was the saddest "hi, how are ya" I've ever seen from Jeffree. Another fan says, his professionalism is what I really adore. Jeffree does not deserve this stuff. Kids, can we stop the cussing? Stuff. I think another fan comments the same thing as well. He's one of those really happy people that we see on YouTube as well. It says Jeffree Star x FBI x Shane Dawson running thieves. Another fan says, some people just don't realize how hard people like Jeffree Star work. It's extremely sad. I will give him that. I think that is why Jeffree Star companies do so well, because he does back up what he says. Like, when you are first starting a company, there's so many things that could go wrong, and it costs you so much money to fix those, and you really can pull a Kylie Jenner and be like, we'll refund that, yeah, eventually, we are going to help you, and then don't, because it's going to cost you so much money, and it's like, if you just wait, your money will come back to you, and it won't be a loss as much as when you fix it right away. And so he does have a really high standard for his cosmetics. Definitely understand why businesses do that from a business standpoint, because it really can tank your business. Like, literally, your whole idea, your whole everything dead. And it won't be your fault, it'll be a manufacturer's fault, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Even if they remake your product, you still have a timeline. Like, you can't be in stores, even online, really, and just have no product out there for months. Like, when people go there and it's not there, they don't come back always. So, I really do, everyone also, it seems like his fans are really applauding him, which they should, on backing up what he says. What he really has slandered brands and before for doing, I think everyone appreciates. We don't like it. We don't want that on our face. Like, so he's standing up for the people who have to look a mess because they can't find good products. And then he didn't do that when he made his own products, and they weren't much more expensive either. So that really is a bigger deal than some people give him credit for. It's like his fans are at least mostly giving him credit for, but that is not easy to do. There are very few companies that do that, and the ones who have, I've been around forever. And looks like there's 2 more fan comments that I'm going to go over. One says, if you can't change the packaging, you can change the name, C5 to C51 or something like that. People will immediately be able to then you could tell the difference between the stolen one and the official one, which that says something huge, that his fans really don't want the stolen product. They don't want the cheaper version, even if it's the same formula. They just on a looks like a respect level, on a morality level, like, buying it is buying the name, and if it's stolen, they obviously just don't want to be that person. Someone's be like, you know that's stolen, right? And you'd be like, don't come for me. I didn't know. It's like, no, yeah, you did, because he said it, though, like, on the video. Obviously, no one wants to be that person. And then one fan says, I obviously think you should rename Shade C5 so that all your stolen product can no longer be sold for profit. I also think that you should rename it something related to the whole affair, like Jailbird. That's actually a really good idea. People should really stick to their fans choosing things for them, and there's no, at the end of the day, both win. There's no reason to ever rip off a smaller company either. Like, your fans got you. Like, they'll give you feedback all day long for free. Like, they don't care. And then our next YouTuber is someone I really adore. I don't know how you could watch her and not adore her. Her name's Colleen. And she's also doing a tour in her next video. She goes over the place she's going. One of the places she is going is to Sacramento, California, my hometown. She also has her new video is about her 3-month baby update, which congratulations that you made it to 3 months. She makes being a parent so likable, but at the same time real. So I'll go into some of the comments here, but I definitely think I won't go into too much because I really want you to watch the video as well. But it's really adorable. She does all her videos with her baby in her lap, which I think is so relatable. Like, she doesn't have a nanny. She doesn't have someone even watch him just for those segments. Like, can you really do it anyway in real life like that? So all those parents, you can have channels too. What's your excuse? She's doing it. Just saying. We don't need more competition, but just saying. One fan says, Colleen, you better read this because this is what can get flying stuffed animals. The next comment says, I got a condom ad before a video about a baby. The irony is real. I think that's hilarious. I've seen that multiple times. Anything that comes negative to parenting, they'll put that with, like, a sexual education or abstinence or, I don't know. It's just really, really funny. Like, I don't know if that really, like, works. It just makes people kind of laugh, but it really is ironic. And then another friend says, he's figuring out how to be happy, girl. Him and I both. I see. And then it's Waldo. I'm probably saying that wrong. Could be made into a stuffed animal at Child's Own Studio. So she goes into about a character that her and her husband have for their baby, which is really, really cute. And then another fan says, my aunt is like 8 months pregnant and is really due soon. This is how excited I am. Out of 10 for a new cousin. And then another fan says, hey Colleen, there's a website called Budsies that can turn drawings into stuffed animals. Hope this helps you. See, that's really cool too. Another thing about her channel, she brings in a lot of new things that parents may not know. A lot of cool toys, which, I don't know. At the end of the day, toys must be made for adults because I found that really interesting. But that could just be me. So, not sure about that. But our last and final YouTuber. So, Aunt Jackie Ina, is obviously a beauty blogger. If you haven't seen her yet, definitely subscribe to her channel and watch her views. She does a lot of different skin tones. reviews. She definitely has always been one of those people pushing for more shades. Her and Jeffree both did that. Obviously, Jackiana has a problem more on the darker shade, just with a couple other beauty bloggers as well. But Jeffree also has had problems finding his exact shade, which is kind of even more embarrassing for them because they focused on that. So I don't know what their excuse is there. But I just know those two people in general, definitely tons of other people spoke about this issue. But before they spoke about it, at least, like the YouTube community as a whole complained about this issue for so long. And I think it's so funny that no one's bringing a highlight to that. Now we are just now getting brands with tons of shades, as if someone in the makeup industry just had a bright idea. Like, they've been yelling at you. They literally been screaming at you, like, every video. Like, some people have a whole YouTube channels devoted to the fact that they can't find their shade. But we're gonna let that go. But we still only have a couple. But her new video is about unpopular opinions on Instagram. She brings up a lot of conversations about Instagram that I feel like are very important, so I would definitely watch that. She goes over more detail. She brings up the topics of the body images on Instagram, which I feel like I definitely agree with her on a lot of these issues that she's saying. I do like Instagram, though. I love Instagram's platforms, how much freedom they give you to be out there. They're obviously taking away more and more freedoms as time goes on, which I think is a huge business mistake. I think people will go somewhere else, and I think that it's foolish for any of those platforms to think that they're number one and they could do things they know people aren't going to like. Like, do you remember MySpace? No? Okay, then. Like, we will. Like, they'll go, someone else can come and swoop up. And it happens every time. You start out with a good platform that everyone can use, give people tons of freedom, and then you slowly migrate into something that's worth more money and trying to gain more control, and people always leave. Something else will come up that's easier to use and more fun to use, and people will go on to that. Like, if they don't stop with these little copyrights, if they don't stop on blocking and censoring so much content, like, they are going to get replaced. Because I can literally put up a website now and not run anything on it, and you can just do whatever. Like, that's an option. And eventually, the word's going to get out enough. But I would definitely watch your video. I'm going to go into some of the comments. She goes on the IGTV too. Fan says, 1, IGTV is boring. 2, Instagram is ruining beauty standards. Love your eyeshadow. I like IGTV. That's the one thing I'll disagree on. I do like IGTV. What I will say is how they select which videos that they think that you're going to be interested in, 1, has to be improved. And 2, they need to improve the way that people find channels, period. Because I don't understand how there's like some channels that'll even pop up twice in my little feed that have so many views. And at the end of the day, I rarely get a video that I come across that has like 2 views. So at the end of the day, when my video is uploaded, let's say I got 10 views, who's seeing that then? Where are you located? Like, you obviously are doing a pulling YouTube move, which is where you promote some channels that are bigger over smaller channels. But at the end of the day, how are you going to post to get bigger? Like, you have more to gain by having more channels be bigger as a whole, because more people will engage. They're so stuck on trying to please celebrities, please these large business owners that want to be special for their accounts. And at the end of the day, we could all have 1 million followers, and you could have 5 million followers. And if you did that, the celebrities, business owners, they still have way more. They have something to show that this is more legit, or maybe more money has been spent on their videos. But at the same time, if everyone has 1 million, and let's say they even have 100 million people, then you have how many? Probably hundreds and thousands of people who now have platforms to market other products. So even if you're a celebrity, do you want the people posting your stuff to have 5 views, or for them all to have 50,000 views? Like, that makes way more sense. But no one's gonna listen to me, and we're obviously gonna stick with tons of profiles that are way lower, into where only the celebrities have a platform. Well, I guess you better post yourself on your platform, no one else, because we can't do it because we're stuck at 5 views. But anyway, just a little bitter, just a tad, like some sweet lemonade, some sweet tea. But I'll go into back to the fans. Another fan says, she's cool, but don't let this distract you from the fact that Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents. Okay, now. I feel like that's right, though. I didn't. Okay, next fan. Everyone we want on our timeline in chronological order. They're not gonna let me say big words. This is racist. Chronological order. Instagram, here's IGTV is a no for me. Really? Okay, maybe they agree with Jackie on that. Another fan says, hold on to your bra straps and Jackie 2019. It's really funny segments. All these videos you have to watch. If you don't know these people, I don't know what you're doing with your YouTube life. Like, are you a YouTuber yourself? No. Then up your fan game. Like, you need a plaque and something. If you're gonna be a viewer, don't just be a viewer. Be that number one viewer. Like, at the end of the day, our YouTube community as a whole is so special because we are all regular people. Probably even have other jobs, you never know, and other side hustles that are starting to make some real money, get their real name out there, and I think it's something everyone should support. But definitely check it out, and if you have some time, look up these YouTube videos. Subscribe to my channel too, because we gotta eat too. But overall, hopefully we'll see you next episode.